record. Digital Asset Junkies, we are here. We are live. Come on, Keith, get it together. Keith is he's a musician, engineer, podcaster, writer, speaker. I'm not saying that other word. I'm gonna say speaker, actor, day trader, but more importantly, he's the Digital Asset Junkies,
and this is the Digital Asset Edition.
Yeah, man, Keith isn't a full-fledged junkie yet. If you guys were on our last stream on Twitch a couple, like 30 minutes ago, you know, Keith was saying, like, you know, he's more of a stock guy. He's a paper stock guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm like very boring. I need to wait for the institutional investors to invest before I feel comfortable.
He has
long-term investing.
He has baby boomer balls.
Yeah.
But he has for show money. So hey, man, for show money's better than no money. So.
Well, it's first I got to pay off my credit card. We were talking about that a little bit on the other shit. First, you got to pay off the credit cards because these credit card companies, they'll just give you like, hey, here's $3,000. You spend the $3,000, and then you're like, you know what? Here's $100 this month. And they're like, oh my God, thank you for paying me that $100, even though you still owe us $2,900. Here's another $3,000. And you know, you're like, wow, these credit card companies are suckers. But that's not actually true because they charge you interest on that.
Interest.
And that's how they get you, 33% interest.
Yep. So if you're like Keith, you can't say no to shit. Then you're just going to be, it's a vicious circle, man. Stay away from those credit cards. All right?
Oh, wait.
See, if you OD on digital assets, then nothing will happen. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to have more digital assets. Are we still live?
Yeah, we are.
You still hot? All right, so I'm gonna keep going. So if you own digital assets, you keep buying digital assets. All right. I preferably like layer one. All right. You keep buying layer one digital assets. You keep buying them. You're gonna get more. It's gonna go up, especially if you're buying layer one. Okay. All right. So now let's say if you need a little bit of money, you still want to keep the digital asset because that shit's gonna go up and up. In our earlier podcast, we talked about diamond hands.
That's a concept known as diamond hands.
Yep.
Where you hold the thing, your investment. It was made by Bitcoin people, but it could refer to anything. You hold your investment really tight like a diamond.
Ooh.
And that's diamond handing, and you never sell.
So let's say you're buying Bitcoin 3 years. You're buying $100 worth of Bitcoin, right? In 3 years. Shit, you should have probably the way how Bitcoin is going, you should get like a good little 30% increase on top of fucking what, $4,000. So that's about 8,000, maybe 10,000, right? You could borrow 2,000. You could borrow against it at a low rate, like my guy was just talking about credit cards and paying credit card bill. So the more digital assets you keep buying, you feel what I'm saying? The bigger your cushion's going to be.
But then my question was, at what point do you want to actually use that, you know, as currency as opposed to just having it? Like, okay, you have a diamond hand, but I want a diamond in my teeth. You know what I mean?
No, man, you don't need a diamond in your fucking teeth because it's not going to be in your account no more, bro. What's the use of that?
But what's the use of it being in your account if you're never going to...
That's what I'm saying. So you can continue to save, buy. So let's say if you're buying Bitcoin, let's say your dollar average costing Bitcoin every day, $100 a week. Let's do the calculations.
Okay, yeah. Ask the GPT that. Ask the chat. You know what? We're gonna have a thing where we're either gonna ask the live chat here on the stream,
okay,
or the other chat GPT, and we'll see who. Because you know, a lot of people on the internet, they don't like AI. They don't like when artists use AI. because they're like, oh, that job should have gone to another artist.
Ah, shut the fuck up. Whoever think.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you see that? The digital asset junkie logo. That was made by AI, so they should have paid a real bitch. I wouldn't have fucking paid a real artist to do that shit.
You gotta deal with your attitude. Then you can say, oh, 2 days, 3 days. You know.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have. Not even great. I mean, look, ChatGPT just gave me a fucking font. Like, that's not even a crazy font. That's a normal font. But you know, if a real artist did that, they charge more than $20, right? So, you know, I'm not shitting on real artists. I'm just shitting on the people who are against other artists who are trying to automate parts of the artistic process that they're not good at, right? I'm not good at drawing logos. You know what I mean? I'm good at fucking setting up a multi-camera live stream. That's the shit I'm good at.
That's right. That's right.
Having that shit happen on the screen, I'm good at that. You know? We're gonna have some crazy effects coming up soon, too. So, I mean...
Exactly.
That's more for the music stream. I also do a music stream called Loop Lounge, where I'm looping shit, and that's where we're going to have some trippy visuals. I don't think for the serious finance section portion of this live stream, I'm going to mess around with trippy visuals. You know what I mean? I think the people who tune in for the finance are cutting finance analysis. They don't want to see, you know, like a melting... bars and like all this stuff doing crazy. Maybe they do. I don't know. So okay. So we were asking the Chat GPT, hey, if we put $100 into the Bitcoin every week from what year? That's a crucial point, right? Because I read about Bitcoin when it was $1 a Bitcoin.
Ooh.
I know, and I remember thinking, man, that's a great idea. I should invest in that.
All right. So I asked ChatGPT. If you bought $100 worth of Bitcoin since January 1st, 2021, $100 worth of Bitcoin a week. I'm sorry.
Since 2021, that's not even that long, 4 years.
So that's dollar cost averaging. You heard what I'm saying?
Oh, let's explain dollar cost averaging a little bit.
Okay.
So dollar cost average is when...
DCA.
Okay, so let's say you bought Bitcoin when it was up here. You bought it right up here at 95,000. That was the first time you bought it, and then the next day, boom. This is the daily chart, by the way. Next day, boom. Oh my goodness! I just lost like freaking $10,000 because I bought a whole Bitcoin. What you would do then is just, I'll buy it some more. When it's $10,000, I'll buy some more. So that makes your average cost lower, right? And then the next day, boom. Oh my God! I lost another $10,000. You buy some more. Now your average cost is probably somewhere around here at 85,000, not originally 95,000, right? And then look what happened in the next couple weeks. Back to the 95,000 and then some.
Keep buying. Keep buying.
That's why the diamond hands pays. But it doesn't. My point is, it doesn't really pay unless you actually cash it out. So if you double your money in any investment, I think cash out half. And then let the other half ride, right? I mean,
man, diamond hands. It's team. So I'm gonna tell you why you have diamond hands.
Diamond hands till when? The grave?
Come on,
till
man.
Retirement?
Till. Okay, let me explain. So, if you ask back to our original ChatGPT question, right? If you invested $100 every week in Bitcoin since January 1st, 2021, okay, that's about 3 years, right? 3 years.
4 years.
4 years, okay. All right. You will have $22,800. All right. So you still have diamond hands. So you still got that 22,000, right? So what you could do is you could transfer it over to a. I'm not going to say any names, but there's many platforms. You can transfer that 22,000 over there, and you can borrow 5,000. Okay, all right. You can get that $5,000 cash, and you can pay it back at 1%. You hear what I'm saying?
1%.
All right? At 1%, you can get up to 1%. Okay, if you a regular payday loan is 30%. What do you say your credit card was what, 30%? You got some credit cards that are 40%.
30% on a Discover card.
30% on a Discover card. Okay? My wife was paying 38%. So you're paying, so you mean the more Bitcoin you keep buying, you just could borrow against it at cheap ass rates? Are you kidding me?
Wait, 30% is a cheap rate?
No, 1%. You could borrow against it at 1%. You could borrow it at 3%. Okay?
So it's like instead of buying a house, buy Bitcoin and then borrow against the Bitcoin to rent your house.
So let's imagine you have a cash asset ready to go, a vending machine or a cafe idea, depending on how big your liquid is. All right, you take out a loan, you instantly put it in the infrastructure, and you instantly pay it back. Oh my God, man! You guys get what's going on? You guys see why I'm a fucking asset junkie? All right. So now, so even on, and this is for DeFi, there's YouTube, the Digital Asset Junkie YouTube. Okay. All right. So I need people to understand the reason why I'm so bullish on tokens like ICP is because ICP is going to back my movie ideas. You get what I'm saying? So let's imagine if somebody they bought Bitcoin when it was 10 cents and they just tucked it away and they was like, hey, look, man, each 10 Bitcoins is going to represent one blockbuster movie. So you take those 10 Bitcoin, you create an LLC, and you borrow against it, put the movie back, okay? You get suckers like you to watch it and buy it, all right? We pay it back. We have a digital library. Now we stream and get money off the asset, and now we paid our fucking loan back. With diamond hands. That's how you use diamond hands, people.
Damn, that's a sound finance strategy. Although we're not giving financial advice here. I think we got to put a disclaimer like that.
No financial advice.
We're not giving just financial suggestions.
This is financial ruin. We're going to put you in financial ruins if you really listen to me, to be honest.
What? No, are you serious? I'm going to buy some ICP.
Fuck yeah.
And you know,
we're going to be in ruins together then, because I'm putting all my money on the blockchain. ICP, I'm not going to talk about any other tokens that I have, but right now I'm talking about IC motherfucking P.
What they don't know is Ruins is like a very exclusive club like Club Med. It's called Ruins. So when we say we're going to be in Ruins, that's what we're talking about.
Ah, okay. Where's that at? What city is that in?
We're not allowed to disclose that. We can't just tell everybody what city Ruins is in. Although, you know what? You guys are the first. You guys are the first. Since you guys are the first viewers and dirt heads and digital and junkies here with us.
That's right.
When we rug, because here's. All right, we'll let them in on. We'll fill them in on the game.
They deserve it.
Our strategy. We're gonna make our own crypto. We're gonna make our own digital asset. We're gonna, get it really good, right? And then we're gonna rug pull, just like that Octua girl. We're gonna rug pull all the Susie Come Latelys, all the freaking fair weather fans who weren't here from the first episode of Digital Asset Junkies. All right, where were you? Where were you when we were doing this episode? You weren't here, so you're getting fucking rug pulled, bitch. But the rest of you guys,
we're gonna be in it together.
You know what exactly. We're in it together now, and yes, you're complicit just for watching this live stream. So, we're not gonna rug pull you. We're gonna rug pull the fucking entitled fair weather fans. That's who we're rug pulling.
The Octua types.
Yeah, where were those people when before Octua did that interview?
Exactly, dude.
They weren't fucking with her. So now that they're fucking with her, they get rug pulled. And, some of those people, they think it a source of pride to get rug pulled. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
They love getting rug pulled.
It's like getting slapped by a celebrity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like, what else are you gonna talk about in your pathetic little lives?
Yeah, like that place. You're from Chicago, Illinois, right? They have It's like a diner, or not a diner, a place where you buy cheeseburgers
and
they curse you out.
Yeah, like the weenie hut or the weenie
Yeah, the
circle.
weenie hut.
Yeah.
It's, hey, you fucking faggot.
Yeah.
Eat
Whoa,
eat this glizzy.
Yeah, I mean that's what they said. That's a direct quote from that
Yeah.
wiener hut.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that's I don't know if we're allowed to say that. We're gonna get banned now.
Oh shit, you can't say it.
I don't think so, but I don't know how to censor shit live, but that's fine. I think they'll be good. But because we're doing a quote, we're not
Doing a quote. That's what I heard from somebody else.
That's a direct quote from Kiki at the Wiener Circle.
Kiki with the big Kiki.
But yeah, so. But anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna.
Plan, man. Get ready. Just make sure you have your knee pads and your elbow pads on because I heard you don't want to get rug burned.
You don't want to get rug burned.
You don't want to get rug burned. That's the meanest kind of burn. Nobody want to get rug burned. It's the meanest burn. It's like a burn that just hugs your skin and But yeah, dude.
All right. On the other stream, I talked about a little day trading strategy. I don't know if I want to get into like a heavy day trading strategy, but I'll just maybe show them the shit.
Okay.
And this is a shout out to ICT. He's on YouTube. You know what? You just go on ICT's channel if you really want to learn this shit. But I'll just show you. I only look for one trade a day. One trade a day, and that's all I look for. And I did for this. I go on NQ. We'll go to the 15-minute chart, but I actually do this on the 1-minute chart, but just to give you the idea of what I'm talking about. 15-minute chart.
Watch closely.
So, regular trading out. Anyway, regular trading hours, right? That's from 9:30 a.m. That starts at 9:30 a.m. on Eastern Time. That's 6:30 a.m. California time. So what I do is I look for the first fair value gap of the day on the 1-minute chart. Now, fair value gap is where there's a gap in price action when their price action is only going. So this is the 15-minute chart. So right here is a 15-minute fair value gap where the price is only going up. There's no down, right? There's no downward price action. So that creates a gap. You can play those gaps for millions of dollars. Not that that's what I'm doing, but that's just what I do. Yeah, so that there's one thing, but if you really want to learn about that, you go on ICT's YouTube. I don't know why. Fuck, I'm promoting somebody else's YouTube channel here.
Cause you fuck with it, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just trying to get these guys. Trying to put these people on some game. They're here. They're joining us.
Exactly. But he slipped, so you guys should be grateful. All right. Be grateful. So, okay, man. In our last stream, we were talking about creating a dirty token. All right. So we were joking about the rug pull. Okay, that's a joke. We're not gonna rug pull nobody. All right, that's a joke. You guys, if you can't see that, you're an idiot. Okay. So, we didn't think about what's the token. What's gonna be the token's name, man?
Well, that's what we'll pull some chat ideas, But
something dirty. I like Dirty Dog.
Dirty Dog, yeah.
I think it's a meme coin. Okay, so there's okay. So
what about $Dirty Dollars?
$30 is cool. So I like $30.
$30, yeah, that's my
$30 token.
Hell yeah, let's do it. $30, yeah. DDT. Holy shit, that has a good ring to it.
Yeah, man. Damn, what the fuck was I gonna say? Damn, this weed. I'm telling you, this weed. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm at. But the weed here. Oh, it's so good.
We're in California.
We're in California. I'm not gonna tell you where in California, but the weed where we're at.
Oh yeah, we can't. Yeah, we can't give away our actual location.
Yeah, dude. It's so good. I just forgot what I was saying.
Well, we were talking about we're gonna start it through the ICV blockchain. And we're gonna then give out where we get 1 billion tokens. Then we get 1 billion tokens.
That's what it says.
And it costs 10 ICP tokens to get 1 billion of your own tokens. And then from there, you shill it.
No, we're not shilling it yet. It doesn't shill yet. Okay. We have to somehow donate it across the world. Give people airdrops. Maybe you guys, can start holding it. Send it to your cousin. Send it to your wife. Send it to your prostitute. Send it to whoever, And then we shill.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know, dude. So, okay. Okay. So this is what I was going to say. A meme. So what are the characteristics of a successful meme token? We have Pepe. We got Chill Guy. Chill Guy has theme music. Are you guys familiar with Chill Guy? You guys need to check it out. Okay. Pepe, Shiba Inu, got the cute dog. But the whole NFT, the whole bait thing, that's really popular. So a nice little avatar, you know what I mean? Like the Pepe avatar is brilliant. It's like a little fat ass frog. He looks disgusting.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's everyone knows that one.
Yeah. And Shiba Inu, I kind of like Dirty Dog token too.
Is that a token already?
No, I don't think so.
Because all of the popular tokens are dogs.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be like a dirty ass scruffy dog.
I like that.
Dirty dog.
Dirty dog. And then we have AI.
DTG.
We have AI build us the logo.
Oh yeah, we could do it right now. Actually, we're gonna do it on stream after I.
Oh, did we talk about that on this stream? Like, if you're against AI doing a logo, did we talk about that on this stream?
No, we didn't. Let's talk about it, man. You people that hate AI.
Yeah, for those of you that are hating on AI, what? You used AI to get that digital asset junkie logo? You should have paid a real artist to do that. You're taking jobs away from hardworking artists. We wouldn't have fucking paid a real artist to do that. Are you joking me? We just would have either done it ourselves and made it look shittier. That doesn't.
It would have looked horrible. If you would have done it yourself, it would have looked horrible.
That doesn't really look that hard.
That would look bad.
But look, that doesn't really look that hard.
So best case scenario, it would have been done by some fucking sassy, weird, fat chick with purple hair.
Yeah.
Taking 3 days to get it done.
Exactly.
Or not even,
she's an artist.
Yeah. Or a pimply faced, tall, fucking weasel, fucking nerd that never fucking accomplished nothing in life. His parents sent him to school and he doesn't know anything about getting shit fucking done. Okay.
That's right. That's the only kind of artist that would do that.
He was literally doing what he do.
Yeah.
At work. And he texts me midday. This motherfucker works. Midday. Hey, man, I got the logo. Boom. I was like, bet.
Exactly.
30 seconds. Motherfuckers hating on AI. I work with a chick, man. She's like one of those. She's one of those. She lives a poly life, but she gets jealous. That's really what this bitch does. This bitch lives a poly life, but she's fucking jealous.
It's not like she's a glutton for punishment. Maybe she's into that S&M stuff.
She wouldn't. She's the type that will love it. That will love it. But then the next day she's like, I don't know. That's if she's one of those type. A fucking dummy. Okay. One day she's a lesbian. Next day she's fucking Miss Feminist. And fucking.
Right, because lesbians can't be feminists. Well, that's the thing, because if a lesbian is really like, how like certain lesbians try to look really like hard dudes, like they're like hard dudes.
That's not a feminist.
And they and they like are out like they're like
Listen, we mastered every other subject. That's why we on the digital assets, and we haven't mastered digital assets yet. Okay, we haven't mastered. Like we're learning. I'm learning. I'm trying to explain. Okay, so let me explain. DeFi Daryus, please go to my YouTube. What I do, I try to explain in layman's terms blockchain technology. Okay, all right. So this is something that we're all learning together. We're all learning together. So you know what I'm saying. But when it comes to other subjects, we know what the fuck we're talking about, dog. I'm a fucking expert when it comes to feminists. Okay? Alright, there's no possible way if you ain't taking dick. Okay, if you're not taking dick, you can't be a feminist. The only way you can be a feminist is you gotta have some kind of dick around your life. You feel what I'm saying?
Because
it's impossible.
How else would you know what the patriarchy is to fight them, right?
Exactly. So
you need the patriarchy in your life to fight the patriarchy.
So back to digital assets. We're getting sidetracked, dog. We're getting sidetracked. All right. Damn, what were we talking about before we just schooled?
I don't think we have to cut. We don't have to pull the ripcord on. You know, this whole thing is labeled as like, oh no, this is a technology. You're right. This is labeled technology. People can come here for politics, but yeah, you know what? We don't have to talk about feminism.
Digital asset junkies. All right, man. So we're gonna create a token, man. We're gonna use the internet computer blockchain. All right, that's what we chose. All right, because I believe, and I convinced the dirty bastard right here that ICP is Gen 4 of blockchain. Okay, so what's Gen 1? Gen 1? What's that?
Gen 1 is Web 2. Web 2.
No. Gen 1 in blockchain is Bitcoin.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. So and how I liken Web 3 to, and Web 3 is blockchain technology. All right? Okay.
Pull up the Bitcoin chart here.
So Bitcoin is the first to do. So we gotta look at Bitcoin. So this is the best way I can explain it. Let's just imagine that we have the land of Greenland, right? All right, and that's gonna be a utopia for a new currency, a new life, a new civilization. All right. Do you understand that the construction company that builds the first piece of land there, of course, is going to build more than one piece of land? That construction company, if they do business right, okay, every company after that is going to benefit that first initial construction company. And that's what Bitcoin is. So that's generation 1. All right? So Bitcoin was a digital token, digital money that you could send, okay, to get something, right? So people people were using it for the dark web. So that was the use case, all right? So the people that created Bitcoin did not make it to scale. Scale means so a lot of people can use it. There's only 20,000 Bitcoin. Okay, there's over what
There's
do we
a
have?
lot of Satoshis.
That's a lot of Satoshis. And please send us, what is it,
Like
8,000 or
10,000 Satoshis.
10,000 Satoshis. Okay, that's what that's the minimum. Don't fucking disrespect us by sending us 7,000 or 9. And don't be funny sending fucking
The keys. Somebody sent us their keys.
Oh yeah, somebody said.
Oh, we gotta answer that question on the YouTube stream because they asked that question on YouTube. They said, "Hey, how do I move my wallet, or my funds from one wallet to another?" By the way, here are the keys. Here is the 12.
So they gave us the pass keys, and I was like, "What the fuck? What is this? Is this?"
So don't do that. You know, if you have a question, you shouldn't ever give out your seed key.
We don't want it. We're not.
On the YouTube.
Hey, listen, we're not scammers. We're rug pullers.
Yeah, there's a difference.
It's
right?
a big fucking difference. We're not
There's
scammers.
There's an art to a rug pull.
We're not scammers. Okay. All right. So Bitcoin's generation 1. Generation 2, Ethereum. Ethereum was made to scale a little bit. Okay. So Ethereum came along, right? Now Ethereum, you can build dApps on here, decentralized apps. So blockchain companies that are already in the game, when Bitcoin was coming out, they was like, all right, let's use Ethereum so we can scale our situation. So Ethereum brought something called proof of work transaction. That's like a receipt, okay? All right? So a lot of blockchain companies are using Ethereum. Not only that, a lot of regular companies are using Ethereum to do meme tokens, you know. But, so this is one advantage of being an early investor on Ethereum. So now, in order to stake Ethereum on Ethereum blockchain, you need at least 32 Ethereum tokens. All right? That's well over $100,000. So now once you have those tokens staked there, you can create tokens on there, you can create meme coins, you can use the Ethereum blockchain. All right? But that's not feasible to you and me. Who has 32 Ethereums that's sitting around? Who has money for that? Okay?
How much is 32 Ethereums?
That's about $100,000.
Oh shit.
Okay, it's well over $100,000. It's like $110,000. Ethereum is about $2,500 right now. So, yeah.
Man, these assets are really freaking at all-time highs. Pretty much every asset. Except the dollar.
Except the dollar. Go figure, huh?
Yeah, the dollar and gold. Oh, you know,
pull up the dollar and gold, and I'm gonna throw in Generation 3. Okay.
Pull up the original Bitcoin.
Okay, the original Bitcoin, which is the dollar.
Gold.
Gold. My bad. So we bring it up, gold, the original Bitcoin. But gold, people say Bitcoin's a digital gold. I don't know. I don't know about that.
I mean, gold is only at $3,000. Bitcoin is at $100,000. So
Bitcoin's way better than gold.
yeah.
You see Bitcoin skyrocketing up like that? Come on, man. Gold is a steady hold, but you know, gold is for people that have wealth already. You know, that's like a flex. The whole gold asset class, that's a flex class.
But that's another example of like a limited asset, and it has value because it's so limited.
It's a limited asset. You can't do shit with gold. I'd rather have digital assets than gold. This is why. So let's say, people say, oh, what's the use of having gold? A regular, everyday Joe having gold. So, let's say if there's an apocalypse. I don't want to be walking around with fucking gold around. I'm going to get fucked for it, or I'm going to get killed for it. Are you kidding me? You hear what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do with gold?
What are you gonna do with gold? You're gonna say, oh, I'm gonna need toothpaste, so now that gold now is worth toothpaste? I need fucking lotion? You feel what I'm saying? I don't need fucking, what does gold do? Nothing. Alright?
It's shiny, it's so shiny.
If you're betting on Bitcoin, this is literally what you're betting on. If you buy Bitcoin, you are betting that this world is not gonna blow up. That we're still going to be a civilized society with TVs and phones and fucking porn. You know what I'm saying? If you buy, you know, and that's what, if you're an optimistic person, that's why when you talk about blockchain to people that don't even understand it, like go to my YouTube channel. I'm talking about Vlad, DJ Vlad. He's been talking about.
Check it in the description, y'all.
Check it in the description. DJ Vlad has been talking about not buying YouTube. Talking about, oh, I don't want to be a victim of FOMO. Bitch, you are immune to FOMO. You will never be a victim of FOMO, bro. If you have wealth, if you haven't pulled the plug on Bitcoin, you are a retard. And I hope I don't get flagged for saying that word.
I think we can say that.
We can say that? Okay.
It's okay. I'm actually disabled, so I give him the pass.
Right on. Thank you, Keith. You know I don't mean it like that.
No.
You're not my only retarded friend.
I mean, I might be retarded, but I ain't no pet. We gotta just delete this episode.
Hey, it is what it is, man. Okay? Alright, so Generation 4, actually Generation 3. We brought up, we saw Bitcoin, so now gold, hey listen, this is what gold is for. That's it. Gold is to look cute. That's it. Maybe a gold tooth. A gold bar would be cool if I had a fucking house. Alright? So, Generation 3, Solana. Alright? So, Solana was made to rival Visa. So, Solana's claim to fame is processing multiple transactions. Alright? So, Solana, now, with Ethereum, you gotta be a big dog to host a meme coin on Ethereum. Like there's a lot of meme coins hosted on Ethereum, but they're done by established companies with infrastructure because that's a Web 2 Layer 1 blockchain project. Okay? So now you have Solana, which hosted the Hot Tua coin. Okay? Alright? The most classiest girl in the world. She rug pulled everybody, but she did it horribly. Alright, she didn't let nobody in on it. You understand me?
Yeah, she didn't let any old fans in like we are.
Exactly. So so right now this is the embryo stages, but we're gonna get a YouTube, not a YouTube, I'm sorry, but a Twitter group where you can build a community, and everybody in our community that you guys bring over, we're gonna rug pull all the Haktua fuck faces. And that's gonna be in commemoration, am I saying the right commemoration? In commemoration of the third generation project of Solana. Because since it's a third generation project, it's easier to put meme coins on there. So somebody like the Hatua girl, they could do it, they could rug pull everybody. Okay? Alright? Generation 3 is going, you guys seeing the pattern is getting easier and easier. So now we're talking about the Dirty House token, or whatever you guys are gonna call it, okay? Because you guys are gonna vote on it, all right? So with the Dirty House token, that's gonna be Generation 4 on the Internet Computer Protocol blockchain, okay? That's ICP, all right? So Keith, man, I want to get into Internet Computer Protocol. So I'm on my chat GPT, and I asked a few questions the other day, all right? So I want you guys to search a acronym CVE. So CVE is called the Common Vulnerabilities and Exposure Committee, okay? So this is an organization that NVIDIA, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, HBO, all these major...
The Mag 7, we call that the Mag 7.
The Mag 7. All these companies are in this organization, okay? Because this organization has sensitive information from its users, okay? All right? You hear what I'm saying? So I asked ChatGPT, give me a list of blockchain companies that are part of the Common Vulnerabilities and Exposures Union. The only blockchain companies are Dfinity and Halborn. Do you guys know what Dfinity is? Dfinity is a non-profit organization that's token is ICP. So that's a company behind ICP. Okay? Alright? And Halborn don't even have a token. So Internet Computer Protocol is the only blockchain company that is a part of this. Now if that's not bullish enough to at least spend $50 on ICP, I don't know what else is.
I'm gonna buy $100 of ICP, and I'm not even, remember, I'm the guy. I need the institutional investors before I invest, but you know, $100, what the, I mean, that's one meal in today's economy.
That's one meal, man. So Keith,
I can't even go to a Michelin restaurant anymore and not spend less than $100. What is this economy coming to?
Is that true? $100 at a Michelin restaurant? 80?
Maybe you can get away with 80, but you're not going to be able to get all the courses.
Yeah, you want to tip too?
Yeah, if you want to tip. You know what, I'm pro tipping. I don't think I should have to tip people who make more money than me, though.
Yeah, that's kind of like
It's like reverse socialism.
I've seen it, yeah. That happened a few times in my profession. I'm just like, I just put the money in my pocket and I shake my head.
Well, you know, anybody who works at a Michelin restaurant probably make more money than me. Now, I have to fucking tip that guy? But yeah, you know, we live in a society, so I do it.
Absolutely. If you're working at a Michelin restaurant and if you have boobs, I guarantee you're making If you're working 4 days a week, you're making $100,000 a year at least.
Yeah. You know,
Big
because we already said we live in California. These servers, they're making minimum wage, so it's almost absurd to even tip them. It's not like, you know, in other states, it's like, oh, they don't even get paid minimum wage, so you need to tip them. California, they're making freaking minimum wage.
Exactly, dude.
But, you know, tip your bar and wait staff. No, you know what? I don't have to say that. I'm not in a fucking comedy club. Don't tip your bar and wait staff. If they make more money than you, don't fucking tip them.
Yeah, it depends on what kind of day you're having.
And, yeah. Also, if you go to a place and you're keying in your order where you don't even talk to somebody, you go to a digital machine and you're fucking pressing in your order, don't ever fucking tip that place. What are you fucking tipping, the robot? Yeah, okay,
Exactly.
there are people making this thing, but, you know, they're not doing any customer service. It's like, but I still tip 15% even at those places. But, you know, I don't like it.
Yeah, man. I think that's it.
Okay, that's it. All right. Well, did we have something else we wanted to talk about? Oh, it's NVIDIA earnings next week, or on the 28th, I believe, is NVIDIA earnings, so look out for that. My theory, it's going to go up. They just signed some kind of deal where they can sell their chips to China.
Oh, yeah.
So I think the earnings they're going to shoot up. You can call it here first, and we're going to do this. We're time code these live streams, right? Because we're going to be making call outs and stuff. Daryus wanted to time code some shit.
Oh, yeah,
so,
yeah.
You know, 10 years from now, when all the first dirt heads, all the first digital ads, 3 years from now.
3 years from now, let's do, yeah.
Well, you know, I'm saying 10 years from now, where the money they made from that, they're billionaires, you know, 10 years from now.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, yeah, obviously 3 years from now, this shit is going to take off. But, so you can timestamp that. Oh, another thing, we will talk about this. Palantir, right? Palantir stock, because Palantir just signed a deal with ICE, people who are detaining citizens sometimes.
Yep.
And sending them to...
And I have a theory that Palantir was honed in Palestine, you know?
Yeah, so the same theory they're using...
So, hey, listen, man, we're not going to throw on our tinfoil hat. We don't have to throw on our tinfoil hat anymore. We have ChatGPT. Because ChatGPT tells us, hey, man, take it off.
Look at this shit. So, they're developing some kind of software that tracks, like immigration people. And since that shit was announced, I mean, it's at all-time highs, right? I remember this shit was $10 a couple years ago. Now Palantir, all-time highs.
How much is that right now?
120.
Woo!
And that one politician, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who was on the committee that approved them to do that deal, she bought like a bunch of Palantir stock like the week before that was announced, and she made like 80% profit on that.
Damn.
In like 2 weeks.
Damn. You see, she did exactly what we are going to do.
So shout out to yeah, exactly. She rug pulling, because look, that is a bit. Look at this rug pull, right?
Yeah, it's a reverse rug pull.
It's a yeah. I mean, that's a little bit of a rug pull. I mean, it's not fully all the way down, but I mean,
yeah.
So this is obviously when the news was found out. I mean, the shit went up what 20-30%. This is the 15. Oh wait. Yeah, but so if you want to get invested in some really bad stuff that is happening, tracking immigrants, then maybe they're making it so they're not sending them to you know, that where they're not even from. But
yeah, man, this when you gotta, you know, are you a capitalist or not?
for all you, yeah, it's a huge buying opportunity for all you scumbags out there.
Are you a capitalist? That's when you gotta put on your hat, man. What, you gonna let your nuts hang? You gotta make your decision.
Yeah, so that evil company, those Palantir people. But I guess since we're talking about it, I should disclose I hold 200 shares of Palantir. All right. Hey, so is
Right, baby.
should we just do some more? Take down some more fucking corporations that are. Well, who else on this Mag 7 wants some? We're gonna call out all these Mag 7 motherfuckers. Amazon, Nvidia, Nvidia's pretty good. You know what? We'll talk about that shit some other time. But we had a good discussion here.
We did, man.
So we're gonna do this every Thursday.
Every Thursday, Digital Asset Junkies.
Wait, let me throw on the logo. Every Thursday, Digital Asset Junkies.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. So we'll see you next time. I also do a live music streaming podcast on the Twitch called Loop Lounge. So check that out.